Nifty. So slight negative view, yes, I completely concur with you for short-term trading. And broadly, if you look at the entire chart structure, still there is a lot of stocks to be chased going by the momentum factor.
All right, and Nifty Bank, now that has been a drag once again in the last few sessions. The index has yet again failed to close above the 46,000 levels. Even if you look at the price charts, now there are 12 in the last 14 sessions, 12 sessions the index has failed to close above the 46,000. So going forward, does that become a crucial resistance zone? And if there is a further fall from here on, where will we see supports?
Well, Nifty Bank is in a range as I foresee it. Yes, the broader term charts are still negative here. If you compare Nifty and Bank Nifty is slightly weaker compared to Nifty if you look at the broader chart structure. For day trading, also, if you look at Bank Nifty, slightly negative over the Nifty index, but for short term trading with a validity of a week or so, Bank Nifty is confined in the range. The upper end of the range or the resistance will be around 46,500 and the support works out to around 45,000. So it's about trading a range. If you're a weekly trader, buy near support, sell near resistance. As far as day trading goes, it's going to be all over the place. Really a very difficult take at the current zone. How you go about with the bank index. So I would give trading a bank index a miss. I would look for the dips 45,000 if in case it does to take a buy trade. Otherwise, I would stay away from Bank Nifty as it is positioned currently.
Good morning, Akshay. Bharti Airtel announced their results yesterday. Profits jumped by as much as 54% year on year to 2,442 crores. Average revenue per user ARPU stood at 208 rupees. Consolidated revenues jumped 6% to 37,900 crores of rupees. This was partially impacted by the currency devaluations in Africa that impacted their global business. They had reported 35,804 crores revenue for the same period last year. If I look at their stock was down about 2.11% in the last 5 days, but today it is up 2.84%. What do you make of Bharti Airtel right now, given the competition that is expected to come even more from Jio and revived Vodafone?
Good morning, Amit. Yes, results per se, yes, on the face, the numbers look really great and a positive reaction which is staged by the stock in the opening trades. Even if I look at the charts slightly from a medium-term perspective, it's a very strong chart structure there, really leaving aside the little bit of correction or consolidation which you had from around the 1160 mark. There is the chart structure is absolutely undisturbed. It's very strong. I would look at for targets of around 1240 if you have it in your portfolio or you have the stock from a medium term view with a time horizon of 1.5 to 2 months. Trading wise, yes, if you were to take a fresh trade at the given point, yesterday it was a negative day for Bharti Airtel. Today it's recovered, so it's slightly volatile for comfort. So I would keep two zones in my mind if you want to take a fresh buy trade. One is either if it sustains above 1160 or you again get a dip where it revisits the level of 1100. Yes, I will be positioned on the buy side only, but for fresh timing the trade, these are the two levels I will consider in Bharti Airtel.
Okay, so the target you are suggesting is above their 52-week high. But yeah, what others advice do you have, picks do you have for investors today, Akshay?
Yeah, considering the fact that the Nifty is on a slippery turf, it's near the resistance. It makes a lot of sense to bet or keep some bets in the pharma or the healthcare space. And even if you look at the recent momentum, it's been chasing these pharma names. So a couple of pharma names which I have on my mind at the current levels where one can consider a buy trade. First is an Ipca Labs. Today it is already up and it is almost at the day's high. It has broken the immediate resistance of 1150. Yes, it is up by over 3 odd percent, but still I would say from a positional perspective, you can consider buying it at the current rates because the breakout has been done just now in intraday trades. It's a breakout of almost 1.5 months range consolidation, and the targets here work out to around 1210. That's a minimum target. You can work with higher targets till around 1240. Stop loss will be around 1050 on this trade. The second trade here is Lupin, which staged a fabulous rally in yesterday's trade. Long additions in the futures and options segment. Today it's a bit subdued and off day for Lupin, but that's giving you an opportunity to re-enter. Buy for a target of 1610 with a stop loss of 1497. And if you're looking at some shorting candidates, considering the fact that the Nifty is vulnerable both ways, IndusInd Bank today a slight negative texture from the opening bells. That would be one stock which I would recommend to sell from a trading perspective in the futures space. Here the targets on the downside possibly would work out till 1472 with a stop loss of 1564.
All right, those are the top trading ideas from Akshay in the short term. Thank you, Akshay, for joining us here on News 9. Always a pleasure speaking to you, sir.
Thank you.
But Amit, we are in fact at the tail end of the December quarter earnings season, and we have a big one today in FMCG major Britannia. What is the street rather expecting from the FMCG major?
The street is expecting a muted growth from Britannia, mostly on the back of competition from the unorganized sector, which is keeping their volumes in check. It is likely to have another soft quarter. Net profit is likely to increase only 2% to 566 crores, up from 556.8 crores posted the same quarter last year. Revenue is likely to increase 2.5% to 4,303 crores, up from 4,196.8 crores the same quarter last year. EBITDA is likely to go down 0.1% to 817, down from 818 the same quarter last year. Like I said, weak volumes in rural demand, competition from the unorganized sector, increased competitive intensity and price cuts in some categories have basically resulted in this muted growth performance that is expected from Britannia this quarter.
All right, that's what the street's expectations are from FMCG major Britannia. The results will come out in today's trading session, but that's all we have in this edition of First Take. Thank you for watching.
How do you fulfill that promise? Because ultimately expectations have to be met. If you look at the political landscape, is it really changing for women? And what is the inability of the forces that dead bodies surface but not the living people?
$20,000 people dead and counting. What's happening in the United States of America is unprecedented. You will have to pay for this. Why is the state not looking at putting an embargo on that?
As a Telangana person, I will not accept.
How do ordinary folks deal with this?
There's a new video around what deepfake can do.
We had seen a trailer of this a few days back.
Rumors should not be only on the platform.
We'll have to wait and see how those play out.
Hindenburg's report cannot be taken as gospel of truth.